If you are an employee, you need to listen to this message. And I'm going to use the story of Luka Dončić. He's the Dallas Mavericks superstar, all-star player. He was kicked to the curb to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there are three things I want you to know about this. Number one, if you are an employee, you have no control. Number two, owners have control. And number three, you need to get your assets going. You need to get all your assets in order. So here's number one. You are an employee. If you get a W-2, you have no say in what someone tells you to do. You got to show up at a certain time. You got to perform at a certain time. If you don't perform at a certain time, they're going to kick you to the curb. They said that Luka had some bad workout ethics. He was out of shape. He was a fat guy. He was fat, right? But so they said that they had questions about this. This guy's 25 years old. He's averaging over 29 points per game, and they kicked him to the curb. He just settled on a new house. Brother just brought a $15 million house, and now that's gone. He's got to figure out what to do with that. So number two, owners have control. So here's the deal. If you are an owner, you have control. I own houses. My tenants, sometimes they get kind of funny with me. I treat them really well, but sometimes they can be kind of weird. You know how tenants can be. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, do you sure you want to do this? Because I have control, right? I can put them out. It's going to take 2 months to get my rent back going. But if they push my buttons, I have control. You control. What you control is you don't have to say anything. And number three, you have to focus on your assets. Luka I don't know what his asset situation is, but he makes so much money. And well, I'm not sure how much he makes, but here's the point. He makes money where he doesn't have to worry about it. If it was me, I was like, I'm not going. I'm not playing basketball anymore because I'm 25 years old. I got $100 million over here. And that's the decision that you have when you are an owner. You have the freedom to do whatever it is that you want. So 3 points that I want to share with you. If you are an employee, number one, you are an employee. Number two, you don't have any control. Owners have control. And then number three is that you need to get your assets together so that if somebody does something, if somebody says something, if somebody doesn't like you, you're going to face at some point in time, somebody's like, I just don't like you. It could be based on a factor of things. You could remind somebody of their old boyfriend or girlfriend. You can look like, they just may not just like the way you look. You just look like I don't like you. And then they make the decision, and then you have to do what you got to do. Protect yourself. These companies are not loyal. Luka thought that he was a franchise player. Doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter how bad you are. Well, if you're bad, you're out. So anyway, all right, peace. I got to go. Woo! I'm back.